Hey guys, and welcome to my stimulus package update and stimulus check update. Wow, I haven't said those words in so long. I want you guys to know that I missed you more than you missed me, and I'm happy I'm back here for you with another video just to give you my perspective on everything that's been going on.
The Biden administration just made 100,000 more student borrowers eligible for debt cancellation. Student loan debt cancellation or debt forgiveness, however you want to say it. So this is a very significant amount, and this is just another stimulus type program that the Biden administration just basically forgave. Again, more stimulus money still coming out of the pandemic. You can see here nearly 100,000 people are now eligible for student loan debt cancellation, the Department of Education just announced. So this is in addition to last year's $11.5 billion of student loan forgiveness that President Biden enacted last year. So last year was mostly for adults with disabilities. The colleges closed on them or defrauded them, or people in the public student loan service forgiveness program also. And this is going to be, they've expanded it now to 100,000 more people are eligible. That's a lot of people. You can see here how much it's going to be. The cancellations would apply to people who were affected by new changes the agency made in the Public Service Loan Forgiveness Program, PSLF. In total, the cancellations would amount to almost $6.2 billion in student debt relief. $6.2 billion in student debt relief. That's a lot of money. So they're literally still passing stimulus. Again, if you're part of this program, that's $6 billion that was just approved here in the last few days. Under this Public Service Loan Forgiveness Program, eligible borrowers that were promised that their student loan debt would be canceled after they pay on debt over the course of 10 years. Since it was established nearly 15 years ago, only a small portion of people who qualified for the program were actually granted forgiveness prior to 2021, the news outlet noted. More than 90% of applicants to the program had been rejected in the past. The Biden administration has now widened eligibility requirements for the program temporarily last year after borrowers complained that they discovered they were ineligible for the program after they had already repaid their loans for at least a decade. So now there's another 100,000 people that are now eligible for student loan debt cancellation. Education Secretary Miguel Cardona said that it signifies meaningful relief for borrowers, and that the PSLF announcement made today means more of our dedicated teachers, nurses, first responders, service members, and many other public service workers will get meaningful relief. And you got to really think here is that they really just passed $6 billion of student loan forgiveness here. And this is basically like handing out a stimulus check worth $6 billion to those people. And this kind of really makes you wonder, is more stimulus money going to come this year? Because it's an election year. It's a really big year. The whole House and the whole Senate is up for re-election. And a lot of states are up for re-election as well. A lot of states' governors are up for re-election, and a lot of even major cities, mayors are up for re-election here as well. And remember, right now, the Democrats, Biden's a Democrat, but the Democrats also control the House and the Senate, and they control all of Congress right now, and they don't really want to give that up. Of course, the Republicans want to take over the House and the Senate. So remember, the third stimulus check, those $1,400 checks, were passed completely on their own. $1,400 checks for adults, $1,400 checks for children, and the last time around, the $1,400 checks were passed for adult dependents and college student dependents. And from Stimulus Check 1 to Stimulus Check 2, adult dependents and college student dependents didn't even receive stimulus checks, but last time they did. And the Democrats, including Senator Joe Manchin and all the Democrats, they passed that through the reconciliation card without a single Republican vote. So Democrats can pass another stimulus check either through the reconciliation process completely on their own in the House, the Senate, and the presidency without a single Republican vote this year before the election and, quote, get more votes. I hate to say it, but I mean, we are a political country where they want to gain votes before the election, whether that's right, wrong, or indifferent, but if it puts money in people's pockets, whatever, right? But I'm just saying that could be a big reason why another stimulus check is coming this year. But another reason is that whether the Democrats do it on their own or they do it with Republicans, because remember, there are a lot of Republicans on board right now, at least for the child tax credits right now. Republican Senator Mitt Romney, actually, you can see this headline, wants your child to have a $4,200 yearly allowance. So Republican Senator Mitt Romney actually has a bill that he just recently introduced a few days ago that would send out monthly checks, the child tax credits, for $350 per month, a total of $4,200 in those monthly checks called the child tax credits for children 5 and under, and for children 6 through 17 would get $250 to restart the child tax credits. And again, those have been stalled right now, but Republicans are on board. It would have some changes. It would have work requirements and potentially a couple different changes. But if you don't fall under those changes, if you're working, having those checks would be a lot better than not having those checks. So there are Republicans on board for these monthly checks. And also remember that Stimulus Check 1 and Stimulus Check 2 was passed with Republicans and Democrats. There's also $800 billion of unspent stimulus money from Stimulus Package 1, Stimulus Package 2, and Stimulus Package 3. A little bit of leftover money from all three of them is just kind of sitting around there. And because of the high prices of gas right now and the high prices of inflation right now, both Republicans and Democrats right now are basically kind of saying that inflation is out of control and something needs to be done about it. In fact, both Republican and Democratic governors right now are actually proposing or even passing stimulus checks or reducing the price of gas taxes in their states and multiple different stimulus type programs. If you've been watching my show every single day, we've been covering this here all the time. We have Republican governors and Democratic governors doing this here on a daily basis. So this kind of shows you that the possibility for not just state stimulus checks and state stimulus programs, but also federal stimulus checks and federal stimulus programs are still happening. The student loan forgiveness literally still happening, as I just showed you, and stimulus checks are really still right around the corner or still possible. We also have the bill that was just unveiled only like 48 hours ago. Democrats unveil a plan, or there's an actual bill to issue quarterly stimulus checks to Americans by taxing oil companies and actually making the oil companies pay for this by posting huge profits, because they're and just making them pay for a portion of this by doing that. So there's a lot of potential money coming to Americans here in the near future, and these could potentially be as high as $300 a month Economists say that actually the federal government could pay as high as $300 a month. So there's a lot of money potentially flowing here in the near future. Let me know your thoughts on this in the comments. Also, something interesting I wanted to share with you guys. Simon Cowell started his career as a mailroom clerk at a record label. One of his first jobs in show business was working as a runner on the movie The Shining, cleaning Jack Nicholson's axe between takes and scenes. What Simon Cowell realized is that music shows were a mega hit reality TV concept, and he and the judges make a boatload for appearing each episode. Being a TV personality on one of the most viewed shows in the world pays big, as Howie Mandel, for example, earns $70,000 for each TV episode. Heidi Klum, the former supermodel, is believed to be making around $100,000 per episode. Simon Cowell's net worth now exceeds $500 million. And you don't get to those levels just by appearing as a judge on reality TV. To show the difference, Howie's net worth is only $40 million only, right? And Heidi's net worth is $120 million. Even Sophie Vergara, who stars in a major TV show called Modern Family, doesn't even tickle Simon's wealth with her $180 million net worth. Cowell is far richer than they are because he doesn't just attract audiences to watch the contest, but he also discovered and signed a number of successful artists.
Alright guys, this is all I have for you in this video. Thank you so much for tuning in. I really missed you. Hopefully I'll see you here again very, very soon. And I'd love to hear your thoughts and opinions on everything we talked about here in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching. I really, really appreciate you all. Please hit the like button on the video, share this video with your friends and family, and subscribe if you haven't already, and click that notifications bell to be notified that whenever I publish new videos for you. Please stay safe, stay healthy, and I'll see you in the next video.